Good afternoon. It's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. I promised you an update today on how Saturday's craft show went. It was average. Well, I may have told you before that I have a spreadsheet of all of the 150 something shows that I've done. So I can tell you this one ended up in 29th place out of 150 something shows. And I don't have the page here on my clipboard, must still be up on my chair to give exact figures of where this show ranked before, but I know that it was, I think this was the 6th or 7th time I've done a show at this school, and there were, must have been 7th, 4 above and 2 under. So I've done better than 2 other times I went to this school, but there were 3 times before that that were better. So let's see. It was a $40 table fee. The show ran from 9:30 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. And there were a lot of people walking around. But there were a lot of crocheters at the show. I would see people coming by, kids clutching little crocheted animals that they got elsewhere. So there were a lot of times when people would say, well, oh, you like that? Well, we're going to go look around and we'll come back. I think only one came back. So that happens at some shows, especially the bigger shows where there are lots of places for them to look and lots of other crochet tables. You don't always get the sale. So started at 9:30. First sale was at 9:45. Somebody bought one of my little, hopefully I have a picture, the heart cookies. They bought the one that said text me. And then about 15 minutes after that, I had one of my big sales for the day. I had someone buy my big hippo. Yay! It was made out of blanket yarn. It was like this big. Yay! I made a big sale. That still didn't get me to the point where my table was paid for, but significantly closer. And then a young man came along, and he picked up my mushroom boy that I just made a week or 2 ago with the sparkly Christmas yarn for the mushroom cap. And he got that, and he got the happy coffee that I made on the way down. So he bought 2 items. He was the only person who bought 2 items the whole day. Only person. So thank you, sir. That got me in the black. Table's paid for. $2 in the black. Yay! And then just a bit after that, like right after he finished paying, somebody else came through and they bought the little orange duck. Was it the orange one or the white one? Or the gold one? I think it was a gold duck. You see, for the pattern from Elaine Crochet, that is a little duck and there's fruit hats to put on them. I have a gold duck and I have a white duck and I had 4 different hats. I think they bought the gold duck with the orange hat. Yeah. But, okay. Good sale. Then, this was the only time that I know of where someone had come by and a little kid said, oh, I like that. I want that. Can I have that? And the mom said, we're going to go around and look at everything else. This little girl came back and got the pink and white cat that I made from little scrap bags from one of the yarns. I'll have to find a pattern. Okay. maybe some water will help me with words. A picture. That's what it is. A picture to put up there of this cat. It was a paid pattern. I saw it. It just looked adorable. I wanted to make it. Probably took me 6 months from the time I got the pattern to when I made it. But it is cute, and I want to make more. So now I need to make more because it's sold out. Oh, I have to see. Is that on Etsy? Okay, my list said it wasn't on Etsy. So I didn't take it off Etsy. Okay. After that, I sold a cheeky beaky. Those are the little chickens, maybe about 3-4 inches tall. Free pattern. No, I think that might be a paid pattern. I tested for her, so I got it for free. By The Midnight Crafters. And cheeky beaky on the back side. It's got the little definition to the bottom. But they're fun to make. They work up quickly. I need to make some more cheeky beakies. Then I sold a penguin. That was also for my scrap bag challenge because it was when I was using the blue yarns. It was navy blue over royal blue. I might have a picture of that one. And then just a little bit after that, I sold an axolotl. Axolotls were getting a lot of attention. There was one little boy, and he came over, and he got one of the big axolotls, and he was cuddling. Oh, Mommy, it's so squishy. I want you to get this. I want you to get this. And Mom said, we'll look around. We'll look around. And if that's what you really want, we'll come back for it. She didn't. They didn't. So he didn't get to take his little blue axolotl home. But I sold a purple one. It was the long, like the shape of a regular axolotl, the long skinny ones. The pattern that I use most is by Umboka Crochet. After that, I sold a blue platypus. That is a free pattern. And I can't remember the name of the designer right now, so I will have to put it up there. And eventually I will get the description box edited to add the patterns. Because I have an Excel file on my flash drive that I can copy and paste them in, but I have to boot up the laptop and play on the or work on the laptop, not play. Play is when you work with yarn. Work is when you use the laptop. So when I get to work on the laptop again, I will add the links in there. Then I sold a little crazy looking little chicken, that I made from a Temu kit. So now I need to find the pattern from that kit to make some more of those, because that was getting a lot of attention. That one sold. Next up, it was like 12:46, so the show's been going on for about 3 hours. I sold one of my little micro whales. I think it might have been one that I made on the way down, but I am not sure. In my inventory, it just says like 10 micro whales at $4 each. So I don't have like blue one, light blue, red with orange tail, and stuff like that. It's all one listing. So I'm not quite sure how long ago I made that one. Then at 1:03, I sold an item that in my inventory, it predates when I started putting in the date of when I made it. And I think it was in 2023 that I started adding those dates. So this item probably went back 5 or 6 years. It was a pink and white kooky owl. I can probably put up a picture of the section that it was in and circle it. It was towards the back. This lady was like, can I look at that? It's the pattern Calypso the Kooky Owl. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's made up with 2 strands of yarn. Two strands of yarn, K-hook, works up quickly. So I had a price for $8. It's just it's a quick and easy project. If I made it with a single strand of worsted yarn and an F-hook, it probably would have only been that big. So, that's why I have it priced so inexpensively. But just when old inventory like that goes, that's an extra bonus. Then I sold, like 15 minutes after that, a mini purple mushroom. That's another one where it's been a while since I made that. It was in the $5 box because it was this tiny little mushroom like this. Okay, $5. That helps. Then, just a little bit after that, another young man came by. I think he might have been a student there. And he goes, I want to buy that dinosaur right there. I'm like, there's a whole shelf. And he wanted that one. And didn't even ask the price. I said, $12. And he's, okay. And that was another battle of scrap bags. Okay, I've got to back up. The axolotl that I sold. A little girl got it. She was with her dad. And the dad said, like, okay, get your money out. You owe her $12. And, she gave me a 20. And I got the change, the 5 and the 3 singles. And I handed it back to her. And the dad intercepted the money. And he pulled one of the singles out that I had given to her. And he put it into my pickle jar. Now, I've got the jar there to sell the emotional support pickles. And they were like pickles, crocheted pickles, down in the bottom of the jar. And he put $1 in. I don't know if he thought it was a tip jar, but okay. I'll take $1 tip. Okay, I was on the dinosaur. And then a few minutes after the dinosaur, this kid came along and he's like, I have to buy an emotional support pickle for my father. And he bought the one that I had just made that morning. Because when I was setting up the table, I'm looking at, okay, I've got 4 emotional support pickles in this jug. Well, none of them had faces. And some people like the face on their emotional support pickle. So between customers, I was working on a pickle, and I had just finished it maybe half an hour before he bought it. So at least 2 of the items that I sold this weekend were made within 24 hours of them being purchased. Then someone came along and bought a cactus. Okay, I haven't been taking my cactuses to shows lately, but they're cute and they got a bit of attention at the last show. I sold a cactus. Yes, that was from a Temu kit, I think. I have a pattern from Temu, and I also have a book, which I'm not seeing. Oh, yes. It might have been from this book. It looked like that one there. Just a big green. There's a bigger picture. It looks sort of like that one. Okay, back on the shelf with you. I need to put things away when I'm done so I can find them later. And don't you be falling off there. Talking to my supplies. Yes. Because my husband is sleeping. I have no one else to talk to. Okay, that was 129. It took 45 minutes before I got my next sale. But it was a good one. Someone came along, was looking at the Highland cows, and she ended up buying a Hilde the Highland Cow. So thank you, Katie from Yarn Society. Another Hilde sold. Then, $2.50. I was just about getting ready to pack up because the show ended up at 3. Some people were packing up, but there's still people walking around. I don't want to pack up when there's still people walking around. And this teenager comes by and she's like, do you have any turtles? And I said, well, they're the African flower turtles right there. They were getting a lot of attention, but I didn't sell any of those. And there's this turtle and this turtle. And I had a bin that was just turtles, owls, and birds. That's how that's been. It's orange. Yes, I know. I know which bin it is now because I did that switch. Now orange is the turtles, owls, and birds, and blue is the ocean. And the orange with the flip out lid is monsters. So I don't have to like keep opening up the totes. Like, okay, what's in this one? So I opened up the tote and I literally pulled out a plastic bag full of because I have them in bags according to the Etsy listing. If it's listed on Etsy as a group, sometimes it'll be like nine turtles in this listing. So I've got all 9 of them in one bag. So I got this bag of turtles. They're all different prices, so you can just ask and I'll tell you what it is. And then I got this bag, and she's like, that one right there. It was like a variegated blue with teal flippers and head. Yay! 10 minutes before the show was about to end, I got that last $10 sale. So my total sales for the day were $221. I was hoping for over $300. Didn't make it. If I had, I think I said it was $358 in sales, that would have taken me to my best March ever. Realize I've still got a week. So this week, I've got to get some more butter lambs made up and get those listed on Etsy. And I was shopping today. I went to Joann's. I was disappointed that it's been a week since I went there. And they have sent me emails saying everything in the store is up to 50% off. All of the prices for the stuff I was looking at were the same as last week. Yarn was 25% off. Packing supplies were still only 10% off. Safety eyes still only 20% off. So, but I did find something that I've been looking for. I found the eyeglass buttons for the glam chicks. And I have a pair of high heels and a pair of roller skates and a pair of just plain shoes. So I can make a really glam chick. And I have a plan. I want to try something else, but you know what? If the glam chick wants a cup of coffee, I can give her that too. I'm gonna make a chicken. I'm gonna make a chicken with a cup of coffee, like sewn to her wing, so that, yeah, she's just not ready to go unless she's got her coffee. Oh, yeah, I had to cut my shopping short today. I was in Michael's. I went to check I went to Michael's too. Because I had a coupon for taking a survey that was $5 off a $15 order. Okay. Went in. None of the yarns on sale. Of course not. I couldn't log into my Michael's account on my phone, on the app. It's just saying, nope, you're not a member of Michael's Rewards. Yes, I am. I am. Wouldn't listen to me. So I couldn't find that coupon. And my husband had called and said that wet spot in the garage that you told me about, that's engine oil. Your car must be leaking oil. You need to bring it home so I can get it checked out and see if there really is a problem. So don't be driving around. Just come. So after Michael's, I just went almost completely straight home. I made one more stop at a grocery store because we needed groceries, but then I came home. But at Michael's, there was a 30% off your entire purchase. So I got a tan yarn and a brown yarn because my granddaughter sketched out a puppy for me to design. And rather than searching through my totes to find the right shade of brown yarn, I just bought it. Yeah. But it was so nice to sleep in my own bed last night and get a good night's sleep. And to make my coffee the way I like my coffee. I use decaf and Creole brew, which is ground cocoa beans. So it's like making hot chocolate with your coffee. I tried doing that yesterday at the hotel by using a packet of hot cocoa mix and decaf coffee. Well, their coffee was pretty close to room temperature. I take a sip of it, it's like, oh man, that's not hot. It doesn't taste good. Okay, let's try it as iced coffee. So I went over to the ice machine, got some ice, added that. All the ice melting in it, it tasted too wimpy. Now it was too watered down. Okay, let's try adding another envelope of hot chocolate mix, see if that strengthens it so it's not such a weak cup of coffee. It wouldn't stir into the cold beverage. So there's this lumpy just mess that didn't taste good. And I ended up just dumping it and going without coffee yesterday. So today when I was driving out, I'm just sitting there sipping my coffee, at a stoplight, take a sip of coffee. It's just like, oh, that's so good. That's a good cup of coffee. Then I got 7 miles from the house, and I realized I did not clear out my cash box and get the cash for deposit. So I will have to do that. I'm going to go shopping again on Friday. Between my husband calling and I wasn't feeling all that well, I think I got glutened over the weekend, and my system is still recovering from that. So I cut the shopping short today. I will be out shopping on Friday, so I'll make the deposit then. I'll write myself a big note so I don't forget. I didn't forget my scissors when I went down, but I forgot a comb, and I forgot the butter lamb that I bought for my granddaughter. The comb, I have a blow dryer that it's this long tube that has the teeth coming out of it, so I was like combing my hair with the blow dryer. The butter lamb, probably just going to keep it in the fridge and hope that that either they come up for a visit or we go down to see them again, because I don't think I want to try to mail it. It would need to stay cold, and the weather could be warming up. I mean, if this butter lamb was sitting in a mail Jeep in 70 degrees, she's just going to get a puddle of butter instead of a butter lamb. So we'll have to see. Maybe I could put it in the freezer. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay. I've been talking for quite a long time. I gave you my report. I think I'm going to go play with yarn. Oh. I told you that last night I was working on a project in the car and I messed up the safety eyes. So I had to cut the backing off the safety eye, reposition it, put the backing back on. This is what I was working on. Crochet Nerds Poppable Mushroom Frog. Ribbit. I think he turned out so cute. Okay. That's another car project. There are the mini chickens. This one I started with a chain and working around both sides of the chain, which made it sort of skinny. This one I went a little chubbier, going with a magic ring. And then just this morning I saw on Instagram there's a free pattern for a keychain chicken. So maybe I'll just check that pattern out rather than trying to wing it. Okay. I think you've had enough of my puns, so thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go finish something up so that I can tell you that I finished something up. I'm so close to finishing up the kit for the pug. I've got the head done. I got the body done. I have the feet done. I have the tail done. All I have to do is sew it together and make the sweater. But I didn't want to take that whole thing out of town with me. I took simple projects for the trip in the car. So I'll work on that now. Yeah. Not saying that I'm going to have it done for tomorrow, but that will be finished this week. I don't really have a plan for this week. I'm not that organized this week. Just keeping one step ahead. That's the plan. Okay. Again, goodbye. Thank you for watching.